Do I believe that there are products on the market that will help you glow up and help you look better? Absolutely. But a true glow up is usually the result of consistent habits, not expensive products. I would even go as far as saying that the best things that you can do to glow up are absolutely free, and you don't need to throw hundreds and thousands of dollars because you're trying to glow up or because you're trying to beauty max, like they say these days. You really just need to build habits that change the way you look, feel, and carry yourself. Hello and welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Funto. If this is your first time stopping by, on this channel we talk about everything and anything related to being your authentic self and creating your dream life. We could be talking about physical growth, fun, having a peaceful life, financial development. Like I said, anything and everything that could relate to creating your dream ideal life. Today I just wanted to talk about tips on how to glow up, especially physically on the outside. There are different variations of it, but how do you look better on the outside? There's so much advice on products, procedures that you need to do. You need to pay for this type of Botox, for this type of filler, for this type of this. Not necessary. Actually hurts my soul when I see young women in their 20s, early 20s getting Botox, getting fillers, getting 1,500 skincare products in the name of skincare. Some products would help you look better. Some products will elevate your look, elevate how you feel about yourself. But if you're spending all this money and you're not doing certain basic habits, we're not going anywhere, babes. We're not going anywhere. We're not moving anywhere. Okay, so today we're gonna go through a few tips that I believe are the basics and the foundation for just feeling better about yourself, looking better, and glowing up. Let's start with what I think is the most important: sleep. They don't call it beauty sleep for nothing. There is no amount of products that you're gonna buy and use on your face, on your skin, that is going to replace the benefits and the impact and the significance of sleep. Sleep is basically a way for your body to repair itself, to restore not just on the outside but on the inside as well. Think of your body as a machine. You're using a machine repeatedly and you're not doing anything to maintain it. What do you think is going to happen to that machine? It's not going to look good. It's not going to work well. Your body kind of acts the same way. Please don't listen to folks who tell you if you're sleeping 8 hours a day, it means that you're sleeping for 20 something years of your life. It's okay. Please sleep, because it's how your body restores itself. It's why when you don't sleep, you get puffy eyes, you look tired, you look stressed, you start to look like what you're going through. There are a few things that you can do to get better sleep. I used to struggle with insomnia. One, I sought a professional, and they kind of helped me to control or to address the things that was affecting my sleep. So my stress levels, how I was eating, what I was eating, all those things affect the quality of sleep that you get. So if you struggle with insomnia, you can start by seeing a professional. 2, and these ones you can apply in your day-to-day life, would be having a set time to go to bed. Body likes routine. So when you go to bed at a certain time, your body knows that it's time to go to bed, and so it kind of adjusts to going to bed at that time. You notice that at that time you start to get tired, you want to go to bed. It also is good in terms of waking up in the morning. I have not used an alarm in maybe 5 or 6 months because I wake up at the exact same time every single day. Having a set schedule or a set time to go to bed helps you to manage your sleep and the quality of sleep that you get. 2 is putting your phone away when you go to bed. That phone will be the death of you if you allow it. Leave your phone in the living room, leave your phone far away from you where you can't reach. 9 p.m. you doom scroll, next thing you know it's 12 a.m. No. Put your phone away from you. If you need an alarm, get a digital alarm clock or an analog clock, anything other than your phone. Also, sleeping in a cool, dark room is very beneficial for the quality of sleep that you get. You sleep better when the temperature is cooler and when the room is dark. If you're somewhere where the lights come on earlier than you wake up, then you can use a sleep mask. That's gonna help you to sleep longer. And lastly, watch what you eat closer to bedtime. If you're eating too much, your body is working, your digestive system is working, and that usually will disrupt the quality of your sleep, especially if you're somebody who has a sensitive stomach or a sensitive just system in general. If you eat too late, it's going to affect the quality of your sleep. So in summary, sleep is good. not just for your physical glow up, but for your mental and emotional glow up. It makes you look good. It helps with your brain and the functioning of your brain. It helps you to regulate your emotions, all of which are part of having a glow up. On to number two. Number two is drinking water. I always hear some folks talk about how they don't drink water. I'm trying really hard not to judge you. Please, your body needs water to regulate itself. Water literally cleanses toxins out of your body. If you're not drinking enough water, one, you're dehydrated, and dehydration, it shows up on your skin as well. I think the skin is made up of, I can't remember what the percentage is, but it's a large percentage water. Sometimes the reason why maybe you're not looking good or you're not feeling good is because there's so much waste in your body and you're not giving your body enough water to clean out the toxins in it. Please get used to having maybe 1 or 2 glasses of water. It is essential. Here are some things that would help you with, you know, taking in more water on a daily basis. One is have a glass of water by your bed when you're going to sleep at night, so that when you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing that you do. You have a glass of water. 2, have a glass of water before and after every meal. That's an easy way to increase your water intake. Like I said before, you can eat your water. Watermelon, it's sweet. Some people don't like to drink water because they don't like the taste of water. It's tasteless, or it has a taste that you don't like. Figure out a way to make the taste good for yourself, because girl, you need it. You need water. So figure out a way to make it work for you. Please make sure you're drinking your water. And lastly, have a water bottle that you can carry around with you. It kind of serves as a reminder that you need to be drinking water. So whenever you see the bottle, you know that you need to drink. Some bottles even have measurements that can tell you how much water it is that you're drinking. I'm not sure exactly how much water you're supposed to drink every day. I think about 1 liter is fine. But start small and build it up. But please make sure you're drinking water. A good way to know if if your water intake is good enough is by the color and the smell of your pee. Usually when it doesn't smell as good, or it's too brown or too yellow, you probably need some water, girl. You're thirsty. 3 is to move your body. It doesn't have to be the gym. Just make sure you're doing something to move your body, whether it's a walk, whether play music that you like and dance in your living room. Movement is good because it helps blood flow throughout your whole body. It helps the distribution of blood throughout your whole body. If that's not happening the way it should happen, that will usually have an impact on what you look like. Moving your body also helps you in terms of your posture and how you carry yourself. When you move, when you go to the gym, there's a certain way that you carry yourself when you're used to moving your body, when your body is used to movement. And it overall, not only does it help you physically look better, it also helps you feel better, which contributes to overall glow up. Some things that can help you move your body more, if it's something that you're not really used to doing or something that you want to start getting into, is to find a hobby that requires you to move your body. So find anything it is that you like, or something that you like that is not you sitting down. Maybe dancing, maybe swimming, maybe anything that requires you to move your body and that you like, you should take it up. I think dance is one that might be easy for people to adapt to. You don't even need to go to dance classes or anything. Play your nice music in your room, in your house, dance to it for like 5-10 minutes. Walk around your block for like 5-10 minutes. Those little chunks, those little blocks of time, 5-10 minutes, it adds up throughout the day. I'll also encourage you to incorporate working out into your routine as well. I don't think you need to get a gym membership, just something heavy in your house. Carry it for your arms, for your legs, so that you know you're strong and your muscles are strong, because again, it contributes to how you feel and how you look. Next point on this list is building your confidence. Confidence changes how you show up, how you interact with people, and how people perceive you. There's a certain aura that you move with when you are confident in who you are, when you're confident and you're comfortable with yourself. It's not always about what you have on. A lot of times it's how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. So doing things to build your confidence will have a direct impact on how you carry yourself and how you show up. A couple of things that I think would help you in building your confidence and just making you trust yourself more. One would be learning a new skill. This might not be something that you're even thinking in your head, but learning a new skill is a very good way to become more confident in yourself and more confident in your ability, because learning a new skill is usually challenging. There's a learning curve, and once you're able to surpass that, you build trust in yourself. The more you trust yourself, the more confident you are. Next point here is to manage stress. Listen, stress is inevitable in this life. I myself wish that I didn't ever have to deal with stress. It's always going to happen. There are always going to be events in your life, some more stressful than others. What is important is not trying to completely avoid stress, but learning how to manage it. The reason it's important to manage your stress is because stress will literally age you. I wish I had pictures of what I looked like when I was in my 20s and I was going, listen, life was kicking my butt. And compared to what I look now, that was 10-15 years ago compared to now, and I look better now. It's because I have learned to manage my stress a lot better. So it's very, very important that you're managing your stress, because when you're stressed, it's disruptive. It's disruptive to you internally and externally. And some things that you can do to manage stress is, one, to prioritize rest. This sometimes is a little bit difficult. Rest means doing nothing. And for some people, that's not the easiest thing to do. There was a time where I used to feel guilty for not doing anything. Like I always had to be doing something. So maybe start with 10 minutes a day. For 10 minutes, don't do anything. Just lay down on your couch, on your bed, close your eyes and rest. I think rest also includes resting your brain. So if you're resting but you're scrolling on your phone and you're taking in information, sometimes it's not the greatest. Sometimes just let your brain not do anything. Let it just do what it naturally does without you digesting any type of new information. Just rest and don't do anything. And you have to make this a priority. Treat it like it's your job. Treat it like if you don't get enough rest, you're gonna die. It has to be that serious. And the second thing I would suggest in terms of managing stress is to tune things out. Whether it's physically, whether it's digitally, online, tune things out sometimes. Sometimes there's just a lot of noise, and it might not feel like it, but it's very overwhelming to just be taking in so much over and over and over again without any break. Tune things out. Turn off the phone for 30 minutes. You're not gonna die. And lastly, this sounds very aspire to inspire, inspire to perspire, whatever, but deep breaths and meditation. It's so astonishing how much that would just make you feel better. I think probably because it has something to do with just being conscious of, I don't know, yourself, your body or something, and it helps you to just kind of look inwards and regulate your emotions. But deep breaths, meditation, 5-10 minutes in the morning before you start your day on a good note, it actually really does help. And I think also try to incorporate it throughout the day. When you have a stressful situation at work, for example, when I get stressed at work, like I get an email that pisses me off, I actually get up and I take a walk and I go breathe. And it helps me to calm down, because I find that when you're just taking all of those things in, you explode. So we don't want that. Last and final tip is protecting your peace. I left this one for last because it's not always the easiest thing. Sometimes protecting your peace requires you to disappoint people. It requires you to separate yourself from people who you might actually love. It requires you to separate yourself from things that you might actually like or love. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. It's not worth it. And not only is it gonna stress you mentally and emotionally, it's also going to drain you physically. Your body, your mind, your soul, they all work together interconnectedly. So if something is not good for your emotions, I promise you it's not good for your body. I encourage everybody to read this book, When the Body Says No, by Dr. Gabier. I forget his name, but it basically talks about how stress impacts your body physically in terms of your health, and how people end up terminally ill because for long periods of times they suppress so much emotional baggage. If these people chose to protect their peace, choose their own peace, they probably would have ended up in the unfortunate situations that they ended up in. I'm a strong believer in just removing yourself from situations that don't give you peace. Personally, I don't care who it is. Even if it's your parents, I think you can love your parents from afar if they are the cause of stress in your life, because sometimes it does happen. And at the end of the day, your parents are human beings and they are not above doing things that regular human beings do. There are some practical ways that I think that you can protect your peace. One is by setting boundaries. Boundaries are for you. Boundaries are not for people to respect. Boundaries are for you to enforce. If you say, for example, I don't want you to call me after 9 p.m. It is your responsibility to enforce that boundary. You cannot control what the other person is going to do. You can tell people not to call you after 9 p.m., but they will call you after 9 p.m. because I don't know what it is. I think it's human nature. I think we just try to see lines we can cross. So you tell somebody not to call you after 9 p.m., they call you after 9 p.m. You, who has set the boundary of no calling after 9 p.m., have a responsibility not to answer that call. If you answer that call, you have broken your boundary. If you don't answer that call, guess what? The next time they want to call you at 9 p.m., they're going to know that you're probably not going to answer. And so they probably won't call you. So it is your responsibility to enforce boundaries. You can't force people to accept your boundaries. Another thing that I would suggest in terms of protecting your peace is to leave situations that don't serve you. I'm not encouraging you to just leave once there's a slight inconvenience. Actually, that's what I do. I think that once you have realized that this situation is not serving you and that there is no way forward, especially when it comes to your dealings with people, sometimes you just realize that the person or the people that you're dealing with are not on the same wavelength as you in terms of reasoning. So for example, for me, once I realized that the person I'm dealing with is not dealing with me from a place of logic and reason, there's nothing for us to discuss, there's no conversation to be had, I just remove myself from the situation. I don't believe in teaching people to be nice to me. If you're not nice to me, that's unreasonable, and so I would just remove myself from that situation. And I actually encourage people to do the same, because again, like I said, you cannot control how people behave, you cannot control how people treat you. What you can control is whether or not you accept behavior that doesn't serve you. So when something doesn't serve you, when something causes you emotional strife, remove yourself from the situation. Nothing in this life is by force. No friendship, no relationship. Sometimes that is what it takes, and it's okay. So a glow up is not about becoming something else. I know there's always one trend, how to be that girl, how to be this girl, how to be this type of woman. I don't think that's what a glow up is. I think a glow up is becoming the best version of yourself, and there's no glow up if you're not doing the basics. Now, these are the very basics. There are obviously some things to add to that, but I think it's important to start with the basics, and then you can build on top of the basics. Becoming a healthier version of yourself, becoming a happier version of yourself, becoming a more confident version of yourself. That is the ultimate glow up. Like I said at the beginning, the things that transform you the most are not the items that you purchase. They're not the procedures that you get done to your body. They are the habits that you build consistently over long periods of time. I know they're not easy. I know they're not easy, but anybody can be a consumer. But not everybody can do the work that is required to create a life that makes you glow from the inside out. And that's what I encourage you to do, or to strive to do. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that you found one or two things that can be helpful or useful to you today. If you watched up to this point, that means you like it here. Subscribe. Like this video, share, and leave your comments, as well as, you know, anything that it is that you do in your personal life that you feel like contributes to a glow up. Till next time, stay blessed.